everyone, and welcome to Checkpoint. Yeah. I'm really glad to be in your face today. And today, as usual, I want to start by saying thank you, and thank you again for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for your beautiful comments. Thank you for sharing our videos, and thank you for subscribing on my YouTube channel. Because of all of these things that you do, our message is able to reach a wider audience, and for this I am very grateful. Now remember that at Checkpoint we equip, we educate, and we empower you to become the very best version of yourself. And it's not going to be different from anything that we're going to be doing today, because as usual I have a very wonderful and powerful topic, something that you will need in your life. So are you ready? You know how we roll. All right, so go ahead, invite your friends, your relations, your associates, and your neighbors, and let them know that Checkpoint is on. And then we have a very wonderful topic to discuss today. So I will be waiting for you to do that. Go ahead, invite your friends, invite your relations, invite your associates, and your neighbors. Let them know that we are here at Checkpoint, and I can't wait to share what I have for you today. So I'll be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you tell as many people as possible that we are on and we are live. All right, so let's do this together. All right, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back after the break. All right, welcome back. And today on Checkpoint, I have a very important and powerful topic I'd like to share with you. And today on Checkpoint, our topic is how to make valuable decisions in life. Woohoo! How to make valuable decisions. Today, I'll be sharing with you how to make valuable decisions. You need to know that decisions are everything. In fact, the difference between one person who is excelling in life and another person who is suffering in life is decision. The difference between one person who is doing so well in life and another person who is complaining and going through anguish and sorrow and pain is decision. So today I'll be sharing with you how you can make valuable decisions that can help you in life, decisions that can make you a better person, decisions that will help you to advance, decisions that will make you to stand out in life. All right, so today is going to be full, it's going to be interesting, it's going to be engaging. I like you to remember to type into the comment section. I like to read your comments. All right, I like to see what you think about what I'm sharing. I like to see what you think about it. I like to see even your own opinions on what I am sharing. So please go ahead, make use of the chat button, make use of the comment section, and we'll be doing this together. All right, so today I'll be sharing with you on how to make valuable decisions, whatever area, whether it is in life generally, or in your career, or in your new business, or in your spirituality, or your physical relationship with people. It's going to help you to decide properly. So today I'll be sharing these things with you, and I hope you're as excited as I am, because it's going to be a wonderful time together. All right, let's do this together. All right, so today I'd like to share with you how to make valuable decisions. Now, thinking about decisions are things that we make every moment, right? Even now, you made a decision to watch this video. You made a decision to come online. I'm sure there are other things you would have wanted to do with this very time, but then you decided to watch this video. Some of you were scrolling through our social media or YouTube, and you came across this video and you were like, and you decided to watch this video right now. So we are always making decisions. Every time we find ourselves making decisions. As a matter of fact, there are more than 400 decisions you make each day. All right, more than 400 decisions that you make each day. So every time you are intentionally or unintentionally making a decision, whether you choose to go to the gym, or whether you choose to lie on your couch and eat every kind of junk, it is still a decision. Now, that is why you must understand that I'm not just teaching you how to make any decision, but a valuable decision. There's a distinction between just decision and a valuable decision. Now, decision simply means to make a choice amongst many options. To make a choice amongst many options. It means that you have several options that you may have to choose, but you made a decision to take one option, to make a choice out of many options. So that's why we say that decision is making a choice out of many options. Every day life presents you with options. Every minute life presents you with options. But it is left for you to decide, am I going to take this option or not? Am I going to make this choice or not? All right. So this is where it begins. So today, I know that there are many options that life will present to you, but I want to help you to make the most valuable of them all right? So you make a choice amongst the most valuable of them all, because it is only when you do that that you see that your life will begin to get to the right destination. I like to tell you that decision precedes destination. Decision precedes destination. When you decide properly, it will decide where your destination will be. So if you decide wrongly, it will also decide where your destination will be. So decision pre-exists or precedes destination. Now, also like to start by telling you that where you are today in life is a product of the decisions you have made. Somebody will be like, what? What is she saying? No, no, no. I like it. Let me say it again. Let me reiterate. Where you are right now is a product of the decisions you have made. So today is a product of the decisions you made yesterday, and tomorrow will be a product of the decisions you made today. So today is a product of the decisions you made yesterday, but tomorrow is going to be a product of the decisions you are making today. So whether you like it or not, whether you are intentional about it or unintentional, you are making decisions whether you are aware of it or not. And also like to tell you that the first indispensable thing to do in life is to make a decision on what you want out of life. Make a decision on what you want out of life. See, I know that it is commonly said that life will not give you what you desire or what you deserve, but life will give you what you demand out of your life. Life will give you what you demand when you are able to make that decision for yourself, when you're able to take that stand for yourself. See, the truth of the matter is this: life will always present us with options to choose from. And whether you are intentional about it or not, you are making a decision even right now. Some of you are listening to me, but you are making a decision to continue watching this video. And some of you are even deciding to cut off this video and watch something a little bit more entertaining. All right? So it is your choice ultimately. You can decide to shut me up right now by putting up your video, or you can decide to just watch a little more and figure and find out for yourself what she really has to offer you today, because I'll be sharing with you once again how to make valuable decisions. Of course, from my topic, you would know that some decisions are actually valuable and some decisions are not valuable. So what do you make of it? The choice you make determines where you eventually, in fact, the choice you make determines the chance you get. Let me say that again. The choice you make determines the chance you get. So you have to intentionally make proper decisions, valuable decisions that will get you to the destination that you actually desire to get to. And there is something that I believe that would help you. It has helped me a lot, and I like to be sharing it with you. All right. Can I get a pen? Yeah. I got a pen. All right. So I like you to just get a plain piece of paper. All right. Just get like a plain sheet of paper. Yeah, like this. All right. So I like you to, on that plain sheet of paper, I like you to draw with me. All right. So draw a box, a square. All right. A square box. Let's do it together. Are you drawing with me? Yeah. Now divide it into two by just putting a long stroke in between and another long stroke across. Another long stroke. across. Have you done that? When you do that, you have 4 smaller boxes. All right. In this first small box, yeah, the one by your left, the topmost left, write decide. Done? Yeah. And the next one, upper, write do. Now you have 2 empty boxes below, right? By the left side, write delete. On the other side, the last box by your right hand below, write delegate. So you have decide, do, delete, and delegate. Now, remember those 2 strokes you gave, one horizontal, one vertical, one vertical, one horizontal. I hope you allow the lines to go across the box, right? On top, so on the vertical line, on top of the vertical line, write important. Underneath that vertical line, write not important. Now, you have the horizontal line remaining. By the left side of the horizontal line, write not urgent. By the right side of the horizontal line, write urgent. I believe that when you are done with that, you should have something that looks like this, right? Something that looks like this. Mine is just a sketch, and I believe it will be valuable both to you and to myself. All right. So we have a grid, right? So on this grid, we have decide, do, we have delete and delegate. And on top, we have important, and then below, not important. By the left, we have not urgent, and by the right, urgent. Now I'll be explaining this table in details for you, and I hope it's going to help you. Now, this table is a table I call the 4 Ds of decision making. The 4 Ds of decision making. So you can capture it like that. The 4 Ds of decision making. So whenever I want to make a decision, you don't necessarily need to get a paper and a pen and begin to write all of this. You can also decide to just have it in your mind, all right? Have it in your mind so that it will help you to make a proper decision. So now let's take it one after the other. Let's look at the first box. The first box is decide. What then do you decide? How do you decide? You have to tell yourself, if it is important and not urgent, I should decide and schedule that action for later. Do you get that now? Look at your paper, you can see what I'm saying. If it is important and not urgent, so what do? Decide, schedule it for later. It means that this task, it is important, but I don't necessarily have to do it now. It is important, but if I don't do it now, heaven will not fall. It is important, but if I don't do it now, nothing tragic is going to happen, right? So schedule it for later. Tell yourself, I'm going to do it at a better time. I'm going to do it much later. Now, let's take a look at our second box in our grid. Now, in the second box, we still see important, but urgent. So it is important and urgent at the same time. Very important, urgent. Important and urgent. So what do? You do it. And you do it now because it is important and it is urgent. And if you don't do it, something is about to get spoiled. Something is about to go wrong. So it is important and it is urgent. So you do what? You do it now. So this is how you make proper decisions. All right. So remember we have decide and we have do, we have delete, we have delegate. So let's look at the lower boxes. What do we have at lower boxes? We have delete and we have delegate. Now, let's look at this box. Down, we have what? Not important. But by this side, we have not urgent. So this action I'm about to take, this thing I want to do, it is not important and it is also not urgent. It's not important. It's not urgent. What do? I delete it. So learn how to eliminate things that waste your time. Learn how to eliminate things that are not necessary for where you are going to. As a matter of fact, there are tons and tons of things that are absolutely not necessary for where you are going to. Like, you know that this thing is not going to play any single role in your next level. All right, it's not important and it is also not urgent. So what do? Delete it. Eliminate it from your to-do list. All right, it's not necessary, it is not important, it is not urgent, it is of no use to anybody. So you delete it. This is how you make proper decisions. And then the last box, what do we have? Also not important, but then urgent. It's not important, but it's urgent. I do this. All right. It's not important, but I need to do it, even though it is not important. So what then do? You delegate it. You ask yourself, who else can do this? Who else can handle this? Who else can do what I have just asked, what I just need to be done? All right, because it is not important, but then it is what? Urgent. It needs to be done. All right, and then because it is not important, it doesn't have to be done by me. It can be done by anyone else. And that is why the preferable thing for you to do is to delegate it, to find somebody else who is competent enough to handle it. So these are the 4 Ds of decision making. Can you say the 4 Ds of decision making with me? Decide, do, delete, delegate. Can we do that one more time? Decide, do, delete, and delegate. So these are the 4 Ds of decision making. I hope that was very helpful to you. So next time when you're about to take a decision, just figure it out in your head and ask yourself, is this urgent? Is it important? And when you ask yourself these questions, you can formulate the grid right there in your head and you work it out. So you'll be able to know what thing you ought to do, when you have to do it, and why you have to do it. It is not everything that needs to be done that must be done. It's not everything that needs to be done that must be done by you. So you're able to make proper decisions every time. Before I conclude on this video, I'd like to show you some very important facts about your decision making. I'd like to tell you that valuable time that you have lost can never be regained. When you are supposed to take a decision for now and you don't take that decision now, when you lose that time, most times, valuable time that is lost will never be regained. There's a nursery rhyme that says, tick, tick, says the clock. Whatever you have to do, do what? Do it quick. If you don't do it when you should do it, that time is lost. That opportunity is lost. Not everything will happen at the same time. It's important that you know that there are things that will always happen at a very opportune time. All right. So it's also important, number 2, that you decide to take calculated risk. You decide to take calculated risk. Not everybody is willing to take risk. All right. Some people prefer to stay in their comfort zone. There are times that you don't just sit back in your comfort zone. You know that this thing is right, is necessary, and then you go ahead and do it because you're willing to take the necessary risk or the calculated risk in order to achieve what you need to achieve. All right. Number 3 fact I'd like to share with you is that decision births greatness. Every time you see greatness, proper, valuable decisions have been taken. All right. Valuable decisions have been put in place. Nobody arrives into greatness automatically. Nobody arrives into greatness prematurely. In fact, nobody arrives into greatness unintentionally. Every time you see greatness, somebody somewhere was able to make proper decisions, valuable decisions that got them where they wanted to get to. So you don't just wake up and you say, oh, I want to be great, and then you just become great. No, you begin to make proper decisions. That is why there are some of you watching this video right now. You really want to be great, but I see the way you live, I see the way you behave, I see your thoughts and your actions and the words that come out of your mouth. There is no alignment. There is no alignment between the words of your mouth, the thoughts of your heart, and your actions. And when there is no such alignment, greatness becomes an illusion because you are not willing to pay the price of making proper decisions in order to achieve the greatness that you utmostly desire. So there is need for you to understand that before we begin to talk about greatness, then you need to know that there is decisiveness that propels that level of greatness. Now let's talk about number 4. Let's talk about number 4. All right. Number 4 thing I like you to know about decision is that poverty is a choice and prosperity is a choice. Let me say this again. Poverty is a choice. Prosperity is a choice. Most times what we call poverty is always in our mind, all right? We have to make a decision to break away from poverty. Anybody can. If anybody can, you can. If there are lots and lots of motivational stories that when you hear, or even on social media, in books of great authors, you know that if they could, then you can. You do not have an excuse. Most of us are usually more comfortable in blaming our village people over what has happened to us rather than blame ourselves for our contribution in keeping us in that position that we have found ourselves in. So it is important that you know that everything is a decision. All right. If you are going to be prosperous, you're going to make a decision to be prosperous. All right. When others are diligent in their business, when others practice the principle of giving to God and giving to their fellow men, and you say, oh, that is stupidity, they are wasting money giving in church, they are wasting money giving to others, they should keep and conserve. Of course, one day there will be an end. One day there will be, everybody will arrive at their destination. You will see yourself arriving at a destination you have decided for. And you also see those people who gave to both God and gave to man. You see them arriving at the decision that they have also decided for, or the destination they have decided for. So it's all up to you. All right. You can choose to be foolish. You can choose to be wise. Even the Bible says that God has turned the wisdom of the world into foolishness. And even by the foolishness of the gospel, he is making great men wise. All right. He's making great men very wise, because of the things that work in the world system and not be the things that work in the world system. In the world system, that's scripturally Christianity, we get more by giving out more. All right. It does not make sense. But for the unbeliever, he would believe that he would have more by doing what? By keeping more, by saving more. I like to tell you that money that you invest will grow. Money comes to you when you sell. All right. When you sell something valuable, money comes to you. So if you want money to come to you, make sure there is something you are selling. You are either selling a product, or you are selling a service, or you are giving value. All right. Money will only come to you if you have something to sell. And I also like to tell you that money stays when you save. If you save money, money will stay with you. And I know that in our country at the moment, because of the high rise in inflation and the forex exchange problems that we are having right now, your money may not be staying, because the money you saved and you saved it in naira is losing value by the day. All right. So we don't know where this whole thing is taking us to, but we have this confidence that we serve a God who knows how to turn things around. So I said, first and foremost, that money will come to you when you sell, when you have a product you are selling, when you have a service you are selling, when you have something valuable that you are giving, money will come to you. And I said, secondly, that your money will stay when you save. Save properly, save in the right currency. That's how your money will stay. And then I like to tell you that your money grows when you invest. If you invest and you invest properly, you invest in the right thing, your money will grow. So money does not assume a particular character, it just assumes the character of your decision. Let me say this again. Money will not assume any particular character, it will only assume the character of the decisions that you are making. So I want to ask you, what decisions are you making right now? What decisions are you making? Are you making the decision that will make your money to come to you? Are you making decisions that make your money to stay? Are you making decisions that make your money to grow? You need all of them. You need money coming in, you need money staying, you need money growing. So make proper decisions. All right. Number 5, I like to tell you, number 5 fact that you need to know is that any decision that you make with your stomach in mind will leave you stagnant in the same spot, even now and in the years to come. Any decision that you make with just your stomach in mind, you are making a decision like Esau, right? The Bible tells us clearly that Esau met Jacob eating a plate of porridge, and because he was so hungry, Jacob said, "What are you going to give me in exchange for this my plate of porridge?" And he said, "Oh, is it not just food?" He said, "No, I want your birthright." He said, "My birthright, take my birthright. What is birthright to me if I'm starving and I'm hungry?" And because he made a very stupid decision, his birthright was truly taken. You know, God heard him when he said he does not care about the birthright. God heard him, and through an orchestration of certain events, Jacob, his younger brother, eventually took his birthright, the blessing that was due to him, the blessing that was supposed to accrue to him. His younger brother took it because even though he was the elder brother, he was not wise. All right, he made a very bad decision. And that's all I'm trying to show you in this video, that you need to learn how to make what valuable decisions, because the decisions you make today, you will live with it. It's commonly said that as you make your bed, that is how you lie on it. If you make a wrong decision, you will live a wrong life. If you make a wrong decision, you will get to the wrong destination. But if you make a good decision, you will get to a good destination. So this is how it works. All right. Now let's talk about number 6 fact that I'd like you to know is this, that if you don't decide for yourself now, others will decide for you, and you will have to live with the consequences of the decisions that others have made for you. Pretty long, right? If you don't decide now, others will decide for you. If you don't decide now, things will decide for you. If you don't decide now, circumstances of life will decide for you. If you don't decide now, the situation that you find yourself will decide for you, and you will have to live with the consequences of the decision that they have made for you. The truth of the matter is this: if you don't decide, people will decide for you. Something is deciding for you. Society is deciding for you. But ultimately, it is your own decision that should count. You are the one who is supposed to tell yourself, this is what I want in life. This is what I do not want in life. You're supposed to tell yourself, oh, these are the boundaries that I must not cross, and these are the boundaries I desire to cross. It is all about the decisions you make. Everything you see in life, every product, every situation, every result in life is a product of the decisions that we take. My question to you is this: what decisions are you making? Are you making the proper decision? Are you making the wrong decision? All right. Are you deciding properly? Are you deciding wrongly? So it's all in your hands. Decide what it is you want out of your life. See, ultimately, people would prefer to blame others. All right. You are the cause of my problem. You are the reason why my life is like this. But then they forget that they played a very important role in getting themselves to where they are. So ask yourself, where I am right now, who brought me here? Right? You made that decision all by yourself. I know that there is divine providence. God is always in charge of our lives. God is watching over us. But ultimately, God will not decide for you what He has given you power to decide. I feel that word is for somebody right now. Let me say it again. God will not decide for you what He has given you power to decide. So God has given you the power to make decisions for your life, but it is left up for you to decide what you want for your life. So you have to make that decision. If you don't make it, somebody else will make it for you. If you don't make that decision, somebody else, things, stuff, society, the pain, the pressure you are going through will ultimately make that decision for you. So you cannot just fold your hands and resign to fate and say, oh, it's not working. Oh, I just have to relax and wait for time, and you begin to sing songs like Q Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, whatever will not be. All right. You decide. Q Sarah is not Sarah in again. Let me say this again. It is important that you don't say Q Sarah, whatever will be. It is not going to be like that. It will be as you have decided. It will be as you have chosen. It will be as you have always wanted. All right. Because this is very, very important. Now, let's talk about number 7. Number 7 fact I'd like to share with you about decision making is this: you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created the problem in the first place. Did you hear that? Let me say one more time. You cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created the problem in the first place. So when you see yourself in a particular situation, remember that you made this decision all by yourself. And you are here right now at this very moment where you are because of a decision you have made. And you have to tell yourself, if I want myself out of here, I cannot afford to make the same decision that brought me to this place in the first place. All right. You don't want to remain stuck, all right, in the same place because of the decisions you have made. So if you find yourself in a particular situation, don't say, oh, whatever will be, all right. Things will just happen as it should. Our lives are already programmed, we're just living it out. If you have the same mindset that brought you to that same problem, believe you me when I tell you that same mindset will keep you in that spot. I have heard a story about two animals that were put in a jar of butter or something, and one was just stayed there and relaxed and was hoping for something to come and pluck it out, while the other one began to run very hastily within it. And as it was running, it was making it firm, and as it was getting firm, it was getting back on top. See, you can choose to complain about what is wrong in our country, or you can choose to utilize the same moment and maximize opportunities, right? You can, it's entirely up to you. It is the decision you have to make. While you are complaining, others are making money even in this economy. I've told people in my previous videos or in my write-ups on social media, and I will say it again: if you are in this country at this moment with this level of inflation, listen to me, you have to sit down and ask yourself, how can I be in this country, Nigeria, and make money in dollars? Because remember, I told you before that money comes to you when you sell. So ask yourself, what do I have that I can sell abroad? What do I have that I can sell in dollars or in euros or in pounds? What do I have that I can sell? And number 3, how do I sell to those who will pay me in dollars, who will pay me in euros, who will pay me in pounds? How do I sell to those people? Number 4, what do they need? All right. But that should even be number 1. What do they need? What do these people need that I have or that I can afford? If you ask yourself these pertinent questions. And number 5, what means? Because if you can sell and they cannot pay, you are still in the same problem, right? So you ask yourself, what do I have that I can sell to them? What is it that they need? All right. How do I sell to them? What means do I sell to them? Is it through social media? What means do I, and how do I get my money? Ask yourself these pertinent questions. Now, the beautiful thing about this question is that all our answers will not be the same. For you, it might be something different. For you, you might try to sell a cookbook. For you out there, you might try to sell how to use your phone or something. I saw my mom the other day. She came back. She brought a book. I was like, Mom, what are you doing with this? We said, this is how to fix anything on her Android phone. And I was looking at her like, do you want to go into Android phone fixing business? She said, no, I'm always disturbing my grandbabies, asking them to fix something on my phone, asking them to put something for me. in my phone, but with this book, I am now in charge. I can do it all by myself. So this was a need. Somebody sat down and brought out a book and titled it that, and she saw it and she bought it. So ask yourself, what do you have that people need? And especially, remember, if you want to make money in hard currency, you have to ask yourself, what do people who trade in hard currency, what do they have? What do they need that I have? All right. What do they need that I have? What do they want that I can sell to them? And how do I get my money? Because you can't have an only Naira account and you are expected to make money in dollars. By the time they exchange it for you, you may not like the exchange rate. All right. That's fine. All right. So let's talk about that should be number 8 or 9. All right. So I think I've lost count, but we can make it work. All right. So number 8 or number 9. So the next one, that's the secret thing to do. All right. The next one is always make decisions with the future in mind. All right. Always make decisions with the future in mind. Many of us are prone to making decisions with the past in mind because of what we went through, because of how people treated us, because of what we experienced. I know a common saying has it that experience is the best teacher. But while you are banking on experience to make your decisions for today, also consider the future. It's just like somebody saying, oh, experience is everything. I have an experience in knowing, in being able to use the typewriter. If you think only about the past, you will miss out greatly in the future. You have to really think about the future. What are the future needs of the 21st century worker? What do the Gen Zs need in the workplace? As a matter of fact, we have new set of babies that are coming out, and they are not Gen Zs, they are Gen Alphas. And these ones, they come from the womb. They know how to press a phone. From the womb, they know how to use computer. All right, these ones are a different breed. But you have to think about the future. What are the needs of the future? All right, so that you can adjust yourself, so that you can walk into it, so that you can be useful in the future. So don't always think about using the past or depending on the past. No, don't always do that. Always remember that there is a future, there is a tomorrow that is coming, and you have to make decisions based on that tomorrow that is coming. Don't always rely on your past. I know that it is usually comfortable to just relax with the past, and just relax because this is something that is familiar with you. This is something you've done before, but that is not all that you need to do. All right, so let me share with you number 9. All right, so number 9, fact I'd like to share with you about decision making is that a great future is created by making decisions today with tomorrow clearly in mind. A great future is created by making decisions today with tomorrow clearly in mind. It's just similar to what I just said earlier. You have to create a wonderful future by making decisions today with tomorrow in mind. So you have tomorrow in mind, but you're making the decision today, especially when it regards to how you are creating your future. So it's so key and very important that you learn how to create the future that you desire. Look at God, for instance. When God looked upon the earth, the Bible says there was chaos. Everywhere was uncoordinated. All right, there was lack of order. But when God wanted to make creation, He said to Himself, "Let there be light," and He began to put things in place one after the other. The one that was necessary before the next one. All right, and He did all of these things because He saw a future. He saw a future where there will be so many believers who will become His children. He wanted to have a generation, a group of people who love Him, all right? And He started by creating, let us make man in our own image, so that he will dominate the earth, so that he will be fruitful, and so that he will multiply. And God had tomorrow in mind when He was creating the first man. All right. So be like your God. All right. Be like your God. Think like your God. Have tomorrow in mind. When you are projecting for the future, when you are planning for the future, do it today, but have tomorrow in mind, and don't just always rely on your past. While you may have had good experiences or negative experiences, don't let them hold you back. Don't let them keep you stuck. All right. Some people can be stuck over past blessings. There are ways that past blessings can keep you stuck, right? Because you experience so much blessings in the past, and you don't think that there's something greater, something better in the future. So you see yourself leaning on the past record, on the past glory that you have had. That can also be a limiter to somebody's wonderful potential. All right. So I'll be sharing with you the last one for today. Now, let me share with you number 10 fact about decision making. Any decision that you do not gather courage to make for yourself today will come back to haunt you for the rest of your life. Any decision that you do not develop courage, all right, you do not gather up courage to make for yourself today, it will haunt you for the rest of your life. Ask a person who delayed to bring out a vision. Some people delayed, some even went ahead to share the vision with somebody, and because somebody around you did not like the vision, you swallow that vision, and then a week later, a month later, 10 years later, you see that somebody else carrying out that vision, and then you are angry and upset about it. Listen to me. It's simply because you could not gather the courage and develop the courage to push for that decision. There are many ideas that have come to my mind because I did not work on it on time. I have had to buy it out from the bookshelf. I have had to buy it out from the store. There are some inventions that you should have made now that you have not made. And because you are distracted, and because you are worried, what will people say? What will they think? How will they feel? Will they like it? Will they not like it? Is it okay? Will people be carried along? And because of all of these fears, you could not gather the necessary courage to push that vision, to make that decision. Eventually, you might go to the shop and buy that vision because you do not do anything about it. I want you to know that the same God who gives you inspiration and gives you an idea in your mind, He's also giving it to somebody else, right? You're not the only one He loves. Yeah, all right. He loves so many people in this world. So if He gave you that inspiration, be rest assured that He's also giving somebody else that same inspiration. And if you don't do it, somebody else will. I know one advert in Nigeria tells you, if you don't do it, who will? Others will. If you don't do it, others will. Others are who are more passionate about it, others who are more forceful, others who are quick to run, others who know how to gather the courage they need to push their agenda in life. They will do that thing that you have delayed in doing. And when they do it, they will take the glory for it. When they do it, they will get the blessings for it. When they do it, they will get rewarded for it. And they will get more income. They will be prosperous just by doing that thing. So what are you waiting for? There are most people who will just wait for somebody else to start up something, and when the person starts it, everybody will now start begin to scramble for it. Some are even operating like the crab mentality. I see that thing in a particular region in Nigeria, where one person starts business, everybody starts that same business. One person starts school, everybody starts that same school. Nobody will say, "Oh, let me think of something different. Let me go think out of the box." They don't. They'll just wait for one person to start, and when one person starts that business, along the same street, you see everybody catching the same vision, everybody doing the same thing. And with that crab mentality, they pull everybody down. They keep everybody down simply because they were not able to think of something out of the box. So please don't be like that one. Remember that any decision that you do not develop courage to make will come back to haunt you. Many of you are in relationships that you should not have been in the first place. But instead of making a decision right now to end that relationship before it becomes marriage, you are saying, what will people think? We have been together for so many years. We have worked together, we've taken pictures together. How are we going to, what will people say? How would they look at me? They will say, I left him. They will say, I left her. And because of that, you eventually went ahead and married this person. Now that you have married him, the only thing you are doing with your life and destiny is prayer points. You are going from one pastor to another pastor to another pastor to pray for that difficult spouse that you got married to, the time and the energy that you would have used to pray for business breakthroughs, to work out your business, to engage in activities that bring you prosperity, to engage in business transactions and board meetings. You are using it to do what? To pray for a husband that is troublesome, to pray for a wife that is about to kill you, simply because a decision that you should have taken earlier, you did not take it. Some of you are seeing red flags in the relationship that you are in now, but you don't have the courage to take that decision, to tell yourself, this relationship is not healthy for me. This relationship is not good for me. I choose my mental health over being married now. It is better to marry, to wait long than to marry wrong. It is better to wait long than to marry wrong. I don't know what is keeping you from making that decision, but I pray for you today. May the courage that you require, to take the right decision, to tell yourself that this is what I want for my life, to tell yourself, I don't want this in my life, to cut off certain things and certain people from your life and destiny, to tell yourself, this is what I want to do and this is what I must not do. May that courage come upon you today in the name of Jesus. I pray God's mighty hand rest upon you. I pray that today, may the courage, the determination to do what is right despite whose ox is God, to tell yourself that this is the right thing to do and be determined to do it. May that courage come upon you. May that ability, that discipline, may it come upon you right now. I am rooting for you. I know that you'll make a powerful decision that will launch you into a platform of greatness. I know that you will take a powerful decision, make a powerful decision that will make you become a cynosure of all eyes. I know you make a better decision that will launch you into limelight, a good decision that will make you relevant in the globe, globally relevant to your generation. This is my prayer for you, and I'm really wishing you so much. And I hope you not remember our 4 Ds of decision making, right? Can you say it together with me? All right, decide, do, delete, and delegate. Let's do that again. Decide, do, delete, and delegate. I hope this session, this episode bless you big time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again on Checkpoint. I want to say once again, thank you, and thank you so much for all that you do for us here at Checkpoint. Because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience, and lots of lives are being blessed because you shared it. So please do well to share this video. In case you just joined us and you know what from the beginning, I'd like to encourage you, go ahead and share the video, right? Share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. All right, so keep sharing the video. As many as they are in your contacts, please share the video to them. It will be of immense blessing to them. Thank you so much for being here today to watch Checkpoint. And you, yes, you. I saw you when you snuck in and you did not watch this video from the beginning. Please go back to the very beginning of the video and watch it to this time so that you can get the full benefits. And please don't forget to drop your comments for me. I want to read what you said. I want to read your thoughts and opinions on this subject matter. Thank you so much. And this is all I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. And until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so much. Bye-bye for now. Mwah. Everyone, I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you will be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.